All right, so in this chapter, we're going to be talking about something that's sort of advanced in programming. It's called object oriented programming, or OOP for short. So, in this tutorial, we're just going to basically talk about the basic concepts and principles of OOP and what it is used, how it's used, and why. And so, we'll just basically talk about the whole idea behind OOP. So the whole idea behind it is basically to create a class that contains descriptions, definitions, and all possible actions that can be performed on data. So these defined actions are basically called methods or functions. I'll be using methods more often than functions because in OOP we like to use methods more. And so keep in mind that once you write a class and define all of its methods, you can only use defined methods when working with data. So you can't have basically anything random. Everything's predefined. So when talking about OOP, it is important to mention these four basic principles. So we have the following. We have hiding. So we're going to have hiding information. We're going to have encapsulation. And then we're also going to have inheritance. And last but not least, polymorphism. So what hiding info is, so basically what this means is that a user does not need to know how the class is implemented. They just need to know what the class can do, and or what that is basically is what methods are defined in the class and what its purpose is. So there is no need to show implementation of class instances. And it's good to note that an instance of a class is a variable that is of the class's type. And so we have encapsulation, which basically means that all variables, basically instances, and methods are logically grouped together. So you won't have everything random. You'll see later on that we'll basically make it with cars, for example, vehicle. A car is a vehicle, a truck is a vehicle, and so on. And then we'll also talk about inheritance and polymorphisms at a later time because they're more kind of complicated. So it's basically impossible to explain all these things at once. So we'll learn about these things in examples. So this will be an example focused tutorial kind of chapter. So keep in mind that some of you will find this topic kind of difficult, but that's okay because it's all programmers should basically, it's recommended for everyone, all programmers, to explore this topic in detail. And also the discussion section is there for you if you have any questions. So that's basically it for this introduction. So just tune in next time and we'll be on our way with object-oriented programming.